How about now? Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Probably. Maybe. Probably. If you're talking, we can't hear you. I was talking quite a bit. Can you hear me now? Okay. I had it on the wrong setting. Oh gosh. Sorry about that. Anyways, hello, welcome to the first episode of Out of the Box. We're out of the Fox. Where we do kind of like a talk show thing in a car. We drive somewhere and then we go check something out. How does that sound? Perfect, right? Perfect. Hello. Well, anyways, hello, Sean. Hello, Lydia. Hello, Ammonia. Hello, guys. Welcome. I'm going to do real quick. Thank you, Ghosty Bot and Noble Struck for following. Thank you for following. Welcome to Foxtan. Kankanwa. All right, guys, today we're going to have a special guest. We're going to have Peach. We're driving there right now to pick her up. All right, let's get Peach in the car. I'm just going to open you up and say hello, Peach.
Hello.
It's Peach. Let me do a shout out so everybody knows who you are.
Who am I?
Peach has the same amount of A's in her name as Banana.
But, oh my god. Oh no.
B-A-N-N-A-A-A. Wait, that's too many A's. I can't spell.
Yeah, I just dove in right off the
just dove
street.
right in the car. Just right in. All right. So let's see here. I got to make one minor adjustment. There we go. We're perfect. Check out that live moving background behind us. I love it. All right. So, how are you today, Peach?
I'm doing all right. I'm in the process of becoming caffeinated as possible.
Caffeinated? I already had caffeine today. I had an espresso drink. A latte.
Lattes are my favorite.
I have a little espresso machine at home, so sometimes I play around with it.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
It's not fancy whatsoever. It's a hand-me-down, so it's great. Didn't pay for it. That's the best kind of coffee machine.
That's the best part, yeah.
It is. So, Peach, explain a little bit about yourself to everybody watching.
Okay, I'll try. Hi, I'm Peach. Artist, streamer. I think this is about the time when most other VTubers would explain their lore, and I have none. So, hi. I usually do a lot of drawing. I do a lot of like lewd drawing. So if you decide to look me up, do with caution.
Same.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, animator. That's the other thing that I am. I'm an animator. Oh yeah.
Peach can do something I can't do. I can't animate to save my life.
Haha.
I can make one object move. Like when I do like live 2D, I can make the eyes move.
All right.
That's it. Or like if I get into an animation program, I can make something move across the screen, and that's it. I'm a one-trick pony.
I've got, a couple of tricks. I read the survival kit.
The survival kit?
Yeah.
Peach is an amazing artist, and Peach usually streams later in the evening. So
yeah, pretty late.
Much after me. So I usually stop in, and I'm usually like on my way to bed going, I'm going to go say hi to Peach. But yeah, Peach does amazing art.
A little difficult to catch me, but I always appreciate when people can.
So Peach, what have you been working on recently?
The biggest stuff, I've been a part of the Fully Coolly Reanimated project. I finished my first scene on that a couple of weeks ago, and a recent illustration for like one of the thumbnails. I'm going to be on the Japanese YouTube thumbnail. And then I have one more scene coming up that I'm going to be starting. I've been doing model sheets and sort of prepping everything I need for it.
That's super fucking cool.
It's very fun.
It's very cool. Do you want to be like a professional animator someday?
Yeah, I feel like my animation expertises kind of lie on the early end of the process. Like I'm I feel like I'm a great like pose artist. I could do like, keyframes and thumbs and stuff like that. Please don't ever ask me to do like color or anything like that, or effects. But yeah, either like just a full blown animator or a game designer or game animator. Like I love games and trying to make them. I'm not gonna say I love making them because I cannot make them, but I love trying.
Well, you're hired. That's a great resume.
Yay.
That's really cool though. Like, did you teach yourself to animate by yourself, or did you go to school for it?
I went to, so specifically animation, I went to school for 1 year and then I dropped out. But I went to the School of Visual Arts in New York City for animation, but I do have I have an associate's in fine art. So I learned, like drawing on paper and painting and all that good stuff.
Isn't that the same college that Gerard Way went to?
Gerard Way. I wish I knew who that was, but possibly.
My Chemical Romance guy.
No way.
Yeah, he was in New York for animation. He's an artist and everything too. And he started.
I wonder.
My Chemical Romance is a direct response to seeing the Twin Towers fall.
Oh my god. My childhood.
But he was going to doing some animation art school in New York City, and he was literally like, he was there and he saw like in the distance everything happening.
Oh my god, that changes everything. Honestly, that makes me love it even more. Like, just makes me feel validated for being the emo kid that I was.
I never was an emo kid. I know I'm a few years older than you, but I never had an emo stage. I was at the tail end of the goth stage.
Oh yeah, I fell into emo. I didn't quite land goth.
Like, goths were on their way out when I was goth, and emo was on their way in. Like, I know all the emo bands because some of my friends were emo, and we just had this weird cross section.
Yeah. I don't know. I actually got accepted into 2 animation colleges in New York, and I went to the one I preferred, but the other one gave me a scholarship, so maybe things would have been different if I took the free money. But, history.
Aw, man. Aw, man. But you do have a degree in at least fine arts.
Yeah, I've got at least that. And it's a front-loaded education. You learn how to animate your first year, and then you spend 3 more years animating. So it's it sort of works.
I went the opposite route. I decided I was going to do graphic design and went 1 year.
Oh.
So I got the very basics of all like Photoshop, Illustrator, all those things.
Mm-hmm.
Can design my own fonts. Quit when they started to teach us Flash and Blender.
Oh,
and I should have stayed, because then now I'm like, oh god damn it, I could have learned Blender. Oh man, talent wasted.
Yeah, I'm trying to like relearn some Blender and some 3D. I want to make like low poly PlayStation models.
That's
like I'm in love with.
Yes, that's what I want for a 3D model, just like a brick with a fox.
Yes, it's the best look.
Graphic design's Ammonia's passion. It's one of my passions too. You can see it when you look at most of my pre-made layouts. Like this, I made this layout, and when you see all of my little adverts and stuff, you're like, that's a former graphic design student.
Yeah, a lot of your stuff looks so awesome. Like, it shows. I promise you that.
Well, I've given my life and my soul to Photoshop. Adobe products. Adobe, sponsor me. I've been paying you guys $30-some a month for over a year. You might as well just pay me.
Yeah, Adobe, sponsor Scoo. I have renounced and vilified you, but I want you to support my friends, please.
Please, since I'm gone legit, I no longer use my pirated stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, when did you start drawing?
Oh man. I don't think there's a legitimate like origin, because I can remember like I remember drawing, all through high school, and doing a little bit in like earlier grades and stuff like that. Actually, in before college, like in like school, I was actually like a music person, I guess. Like I was playing a lot of like jazz and stuff like that.
What
Drawing
instruments?
was mostly saxophone. I sort of picked up.
I know why I love you now.
Oh,
I can play saxophone too.
yeah. Oh, yes.
We come from the same tribe, though.
The same, yeah.
Tenor saxophone is superior to alto saxophone.
Okay, well, I mean, I started on alto, but I spent most of my life playing baritone. So,
Well, I couldn't blow hard enough into the baritone. I'm only
Oh,
like
well.
5'3", 5'4", and my tiny frame could not build up enough power. Plus, the
Well-
baritone sax was almost the same size as me.
right, it's massive. I could blow.
No, but much respect for me and the Berries hung out because there was only 4 of us, 2 tenors and 2 bass saxophones. So I mean, like, it's pretty much already in that club, right?
Right. I hung out with the tubas and trombones.
That too. They sat behind us.
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
boners were right behind us, just tooting away.
Just tooting.
Alto's not bad though. It's just alto's super A, competitive, and B, like, you don't get the good parts in alto.
Oh yeah, it depends sometimes.
Not in jazz band.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes tenors really get the good stuff.
You get the smooth stuff.
Right.
Everybody plays alto. So.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, when I was a senior, I actually went to a different high school. I went to like a performing arts high school. And so, it got much more competitive there. But the problem was everyone who was trying to be much more, because I wasn't. Like, I went and I was a senior. I was honestly trying to avoid people as much as possible. And all these other kids that wanted to be really competitive were also like 4 grades under me. And so, like, just by virtue of like experience, like, this one kid would challenge me to try to take first seat over and over and over again. And I was like, dude, I've been doing this longer. Like, stop.
Oh my goodness. That sounds like my band experience, except for I was last seat. A teacher always saying, so when you gonna take first seat? And be like, I'm good. Then I was first seat tenor because there was only 2 of us.
Oh, nice.
It helps. It helps.
It helps, yeah.
If you can't make it big in a big circle, make it big in a small circle.
Yeah. I mean, it's because, I mean, first and second both sound pretty cool.
They do when there's only like 2, and then I think when I left there was a max 3. So I mean, like,
Ooh.
hey, small schools though. Sounds like you went to a much bigger school than I did.
Actually, no. My like first high school was massive, but the performing arts school, like, my graduating class was 20, maybe.
That would make sense though, being a very specialty school.
Yeah, and it was like brand new. Also, I think I was in the 2nd graduating class.
See, I ditched regular high school for a career school for junior, senior year. So I went from being a small country school to a 500, 600, 800 person class. I don't know. It was so huge.
Oh man, yeah. I
mean,
think my friends who stayed at the first high school, their graduating class was like 1,300.
It was such a big school, but it was the county's like career center. So like a bunch of schools filtered into that one. And so, like, even though my graphics design class only had like, I think maybe 13, 14 people in it, like, take all the other careers into account, and it was huge.
Yeah.
So similar, just went to the opposite directions. You went small, I went huge.
Yeah.
I can feel that though. I understand that completely.
Yeah.
So
It was nice. It was all right.
So what inspired you to start drawing?
Oh yeah, I guess I never really got to like origin.
It's okay. I have a list of written questions to keep us on track somewhat.
Heck yeah.
It's a roadmap.
I don't know, inspiration, I guess games and anime are probably the easiest thing. I mean, nowadays, like, I love drawing people. I wish I had the skill or the experience or the drive, I guess, to draw other things. Like, I wish I could be drawing, like, places and buildings and stuff, but I love drawing people.
Drawing
and
places
like,
overrated.
yeah, pretty much. But like, like if you think of like anime versus cartoons, like anime is so much more like people focused. Cartoons have like such an incredible style. At least like Western cartoons, we've got rubber hosing and we've got all this cool stylistic stuff. But anime is so like people oriented, and I freaking love it. Like, so that's probably like my biggest, thing. I want to like draw people like flipping around and, doing combos and, shooting Hadoukens.
Flipping around. There's been like a big resurgence though of like anime, like inspired Western cartoons. I mean,
yeah,
like,
and honestly, even the other way around, like anime is starting to really pick up a lot more of that like Western jazz.
that too. But like OKKO, very anime inspired. So Steven Universe. So
very cool stuff.
And I've seen opposite, like, this is when everyone looks at me weird, but if you look at Panty and Stocking, that one is not your traditional animation style at all. It's kind of weird. And
Heck
so,
yeah.
Shin-chan as well.
I love Shin-chan so much.
So you see more of American art styles within anime too.
Yeah, definitely. And like, I don't know if it's like necessarily specifically Western influence, but like a lot of Trigger stuff is so much more exaggerated and cartoony than a lot of other like anime. Like, and I feel like they get a lot of flack for it, which is just feels wrong. But when you like, if you do the old like pause and get a weird frame, they're so funny and like just so good.
Anything produced by Trigger is guaranteed to make me smile, so I jump at every chance I get to watch it because of
they're
how
my
ridiculous.
favorite ever.
They're so ridiculous, it's great. So I know what you love about drawing. You love drawing people, but what do you absolutely hate drawing?
Oh man, well, not a specific thing, but I hate doing like really really detailed coloring and rendering. But in terms of like thing, oh man, I don't know, that's kind of hard. Maybe like, I don't want to say animals, but it might be animals.
Oh, that's one of my favorite things to draw.
Yeah, and they're so cool. They're so super cool. But I don't know, I think that might be it.
It's reasonable, though. It's reasonable. Animals can be hard.
Just too different from people.
And then I start drawing too many furries, and then I'm like, man, furries, people, it's all the same.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the middle ground. Like, I've always really struggled with furries, but maybe it's because I'm focusing too much on the animal part.
Maybe. I mean, there's a lot of variants in there too.
True. Yeah.
I mean, on YouTube, everyone calls me a furry.
Right.
For having ears and tail. It's how it is. It's how it is.
Yeah. That's just ignorant.
YouTube is the unfiltered comments of 13-year-olds, so.
Oh my god, yeah. YouTube comments are they're a Dark Souls swamp area.
Worse than that. It's worse than that. It's like the tears of people who can't play Dark Souls and fighting games together, all getting salty over one thing. It's the salt mines.
Bad. Salt mines, yeah. Salt swamp.
So I know I don't get hung up on those comments because I know where they come from.
Yeah.
So, who was the first VTuber you saw?
The first VTuber I saw actually was Project Melody.
Really?
I think. Yeah. Like way before, like, she was doing stuff on Twitch, like way before. So
that other website?
Yeah, on the other website.
I know where Peach has been.
But yeah, the first one was Project Melody, but I think the first, like, I don't know, legit one. I mean, Project Melody's more legit than any of us will ever be, but man, maybe there was like some super early Hololive.
There's a bunch of those.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, was Ai-chan?
Kizuna Ai, she's not Hololive, but she's a VTuber.
Yeah, I think she was probably the first one I saw.
I didn't learn about Kizuna Ai until like way into the game.
Yeah, because I would listen to a lot of her music.
That makes sense. You would be exposed to it because she's more of a music-based VTuber. She's a traditional idol. Right,
yeah.
So when did you actually start VTubing?
I started actually about a little over a year ago. I think my year anniversary is like a couple of weeks ago, and I missed it because I don't remember the exact day. But
I've been there.
About a year ago, I had just moved, and sort of in the interim between moving and trying to find new work, I had like kind of fallen off of streaming before I had moved, and I just really wanted to get back into it, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna be a VTuber now. And my design actually, I had it from a D&D game that I had ran a few years ago. I actually designed an NPC and had like been in love with this character like ever since I had first used her. Because she was kind of a self-insert. Like I had accidentally become a permanent DM, even though I am much more preferred to play. So I had a session where I just had to put in a couple of characters that are like my favorite class and let them fight with the party. Not take too much of the spotlight, obviously, because that would be mean. But I ended up just like falling in love with this design, and I like went through a couple of redesign ideas, and I threw together a PNG and went for it.
Well, you skipped over the question that I was going to ask. How'd you get your design? So hey. Yeah,
I'm a one-time D&D NPC.
Peach is a wonderful player to have on a game, by the way. If you ever get a chance of having Peach.
Oh, thank you.
Geo says, "Birdie, my beloved."
Oh yeah, Birdie is technically my character name. You know, I'm Peach. You know, on stream, I am Peach.
Aw, but I like Birdie.
Yeah, Birdie is the character name. Birdie is a possible like name change idea when I am able to change my IRL identity. It's on the list. I'm not sure yet, honestly.
It's adorable. It's adorable.
Oh, thank you.
I love it. Bird theme everything. So then, who inspires you when it comes to like streaming and VTubing?
Oh man, so sort of my own internal joke, and I don't know if it's nearly as funny to anyone else because it's a little weird, but like my favorite streamers to watch, and I tend to watch tons more VODs than I do streams, but I really like watching like people that are 5 to 10 years older than me and who just play like the same kinds of games and are pretty good at them. So I used to watch a lot of like the Yogscast, but the old guard rather than the newer, cooler people. I watch a lot of like ex speedrunners who do like challenge runs and just play the same game that they're really good at, and they just be good at it. But in terms of like VTubing, I really like I want to say like V Shoujo, because they're not quite idols in the way that like Hololive is. I'm like head over heels for Hololive, but Yeah, but the idol thing is not for me. Like, I just want to be like a nerdy person, like on Twitch, and make stuff, right?
Yeah, and V Shoujo is actually a really good blend of that idol without being too serious into it, but also what we're used to seeing here in America as a streamer, with the branding
Right.
and some of the antics and stuff like that. So definitely, us Americans all, I think, look up to V Shoujo because we're like, well, yeah, that's how we would do it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I totally get that. So, Ammonia Arts wants to know, do you have early art from when your OC was a D&D NPC?
I do. I mean, if you want me to show it off, I can try to send it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Let me do that real fast. I actually have it like pretty easy to access because somehow it's at like the top of my art list.
I lost you for a second.
Oh no. Let's see. Let me DM it to you.
All right. I'm gonna put Paper Peach up so I can pull it out.
Paper.
Since Discord was being a bug.
Ah, Discord. Calm down.
Aww, I've seen this picture before.
Yeah, it's buried somewhere in my, you know.
She fell out of the car. Tuck and roll. Tuck and roll. Every time I spell the name Peach, I just add more E's and A's than there is actually in your name.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. This might be a weird one, but I do have a source behind why I spell my name the way I do.
Give it to us. Give us that lore.
Yeah, the only lore you're gonna get. Well, obviously, it's nearly impossible to get, you know, Peach anywhere. You know, those OG names are a big oof. But I always start with three letters. Like, I take one letter and make it three. Because I used to go on Shrimp a lot for like art inspiration. And Shrimp was this old community that did graffiti body paint.
Ooh.
And it was spelled SHRIIIMP.
I, puppy.
Yeah.
Chat says your picture's cute AF.
Oh, thank you.
See, I told you Peach is a very good artist. Peach
And this was from quite a while ago.
I.
Yeah.
I mean, you designed your own, your model. So, I mean, like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Peach.
Too broke to get anyone else to do it, so.
Oh,
Gotta
thank you
roll
for
my
the
sleeves
follow.
up.
The loud.
Nice, Jojo. Hello.
Oh, I forgot to turn the emotes on, so there's just a whole bunch of emotes coming out the back.
Oh no, the trunk's open.
Peach has always been a cutie, yes. Peach has always been a cutie.
Kagu.
It was loud as fuck. It's supposed to scare everybody, but it usually just scares me. So. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome both you guys. Kankawa. More yelling of the fox, more emotes in the back. And this is better than the farts we normally get. So, what are your streaming goals?
My streaming goals? Okay. I think originally streaming was always meant to be like a platform to stage other cool stuff. It has since grown into much more than that for me, but I think it still kind of stands. Like, I want to make games or art, really, but like, streaming is it's a bomb ass community. It's a place where I can do that art and like make those things in real time, and people can hang out and give advice and feedback and all that stuff. And it's just like yeah, so I would say the goal is for it to be a vessel for me to like support myself and a community so that I can make cooler things for that community. You know, I can like make a bomb ass game and like I used to watch the Skullgirl streams. What's her name? The lead animator who worked on Skullgirls. I can't remember her name.
I can't remember either, but you say Skullgirls and I'm in.
Yeah. I used to watch her streams of her doing the designs for the new characters, or doing the animations for the new characters, and I was like, that's what I want to be doing.
I fucking love Skullgirls. I suck
me too.
as a player, but I love it. So
I used to play it a ton, and then I got to a stage in my life within the last few years where I was like, I don't like being competitive in anything, so I ended up sort of dropping it. But it's the best.
That happens.
Yeah.
But who do you main when you do play?
So my main team is Philia, Fukua, and Valentine. But I've spent a lot of time playing Peacock and Big Band also. I wish, like beyond wishing, that I could play Parasol, because I want to be the step on me mommy hottie, but I cannot play charge characters. Like I cannot do back forward projectiles. It just doesn't work.
See, I like Peacock, but Miss Fortune's my favorite.
Oh, Miss Fortune is so cool.
I do play Valentine as well, though, if you want that good slashy.
Yeah, Valentine's awesome.
But Philia and Fukia, oh my gosh, it's just main character, shadow character.
Yeah. She like came out as an April Fool's joke, and people were like, "No, you can't take her away from us."
So then, other than like win over stream goals, like future collab ideas, dreams you'd like to have on stream?
Oh man, I don't know. In terms of like active stream stuff, I've had this one of my like lifelong friends who's also a bit of a streamer. Not so much lately, but he's very, very cool. We've always had this really stupid idea of racing, but not racing the same thing. So like he would do like a Dark Souls speedrun, and I would do like some other stupid ass game. And we would like, I don't know, maybe plan slightly to play things that have about the same playtime. But like because we both like doing the same thing but in different games, that's always been like our stupid race idea. And I think that would be fun to like grab some VTubers who want to do the same thing. Art collabs would be really cool, but I really want to do like trades. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys some Peach trade secrets that might never happen because like it's such a ridiculously big idea that you just have to like accept within your heart that like if it doesn't happen, you know why. But I want to make a VTuber like tactics. I want to make like a tactics RPG engine and then make a bunch of VTubers and throw it in there for no reason.
Damn, I'm down.
Like that would be so cool.
That is so awesome. I wish I could figure out how to program video games because I want to do a dating sim.
Oh my god, that would be fantastic too. That'd be so good.
But nothing I do is ever traditional, so everything is going to be kind of odd and potentially esoteric.
Honestly, good.
Game dev talk, because I'm fellow artist, fellow start a project, never finish it person.
Yes, that is the club.
Club.
Kagi has been helping me a lot with trying to my baby attempts at game design. So
I have a book full of game ideas, by the way. Like I have a fighting game written out, like ideas. I just don't know how to program anything.
We're gonna chat about that. I'm learning some stuff. I'm making things move.
I am an ideas person. I am an ideas
me
person.
too.
I have written ideas, full-fledged ideas. I have show ideas. I have game ideas. I've got comic ideas. I'm just, shiny thing.
No, yeah. Oh my goodness, yes. Well, when I was at university, one of my classes, like the best class I've ever been in, it was a script writing class, like for animation. So we had to like gather references from other animations for like how we would want to like kind of make our thing look. We had to write like a 4-act story, like movie, like full length feature movie story, like not a full script, but a full treatment. We had to do like pitches, we had to do storyboards, we had to do character designs, and for that year-long project, I actually took my favorite like long-term game idea and was like, well, what if I sort of designed it as a movie, as like a trial run for what I would want it to be as a game.
Yes. See, you took school. I just watched a lot of interviews and just tried it myself.
Yeah, I mean, it's all the information's out there. Like,
I'll share you my portfolio that I submitted to like Nickelodeon year after year after year.
Oh.
Each time it got better.
Hell yeah, that sounds so exciting.
I think they denied me because I used a Madoka Magica quote.
Oh. Jerks. No culture.
No culture. They see, oh no, that person's an otaku. We don't want that.
You're telling me you didn't watch Ren and Stimpy 20 times a day?
I did.
Get out of here.
But I did.
Right.
Who still knows all
they
the
only
lyrics?
They only see like aras and then they don't see the rest of the cool stuff.
I didn't know what an ara was until I started VTubing. I was like, what the fuck is this? What's going on? What the fuck's going on?
And now it's I mean, don't ever VTube, kids. Then it's all ara all the time.
It's all ora.
Ora.
Just repeat your noises twice. Just do it twice.
Yeah.
And you're fine.
Pick a noise, do it 2 times.
Exactly. So let's just segue into what's your favorite anime?
Oh, all time, Fully Coolly. That feels like an easy pick. Evangelion's a close second, and it doesn't even feel like something I would ever like consciously be like, yeah, this is my favorite. But because I it's like one always on my mind 24/7, and I can't stop like finding things and being happy about it. Evangelion is easily like one of those tops.
I used to be a vice president in an anime club, and it was not like a school affiliated thing. It was like an independent type thing, and we had a lot of kids as well as adults, so we had to make it general audience. And the guy who ran it, his license plate used to say, Unit 01.
Amazing.
And had the nerve sticker. He got my brother addicted to Evangelion. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen it all the way through. I know the plot completely.
Oh.
I pass on my Evangelion knowledge, but my brother had to give up his waifu Rei when he turned 18.
No.
He used to be obsessed with her, and so now I'm like, so you ever gonna go back? And he goes, nah, I'm too old now. She's never gonna age.
Crazy. See, that's when you graduate to Misato like you should.
Like you should. Oh my gosh. But seriously, what we would call like a simp now, that's what he was in the early 2000s.
Oh man.
The room was decked
Simp
out.
Patient 1.
Yes.
Patient 0.
For a girl that's just gonna disintegrate.
Yeah. Make everyone disintegrate.
Ooh. So if you liked Evangelion, does that mean you like Elfen Lied too?
I've never seen it. I had a lot of recommendations in high school, but I never got into it. I one day will.
We'll watch it together, because I haven't seen it either.
Goodness.
I just know a lot about it. Once again, another anime that I've never seen, but I know the entire plot.
I actually know nothing about it.
Oh, it's pretty gory.
Ooh, nice.
It's same vibe as Evangelion. There's a lot of religion-based stuff, but it's not as overt. but a lot of melty girls and a lot of gore and a lot of that Gendo daddy vibe going on.
Nice. What was I? There's something I'm watching right now that kind of gave me some hardcore Evangelion vibes. Well, not even hardcore, but just like a drop of it, but the kind of drop that changes the whole profile. Like when you add like one drop of the hottest hot sauce to a whole pot of gumbo and it flavors the whole thing,
Yeah.
Is Tokyo 24th Ward. I shouldn't give away too much because it's still technically like airing, and if other people are enjoying it, I don't want to like ruin that. But there's a drop of Gendo, and as soon as you like see it, you're like, oh, okay.
Oh. So what was your first anime?
First. Oh man, that's hard because like I want to say it would be something like Dragon Ball or Sailor Moon, just like catching it on Saturday morning. I was one of those like kids WB enjoyers.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, like those. And then I like pretty quickly got into the old like Toonami, so like Tenchi Muyo, Yu Yu Hakusho, Inuyasha, the big bad boys of the year 2000.
Yes, the early 2000s.
Really golden era for weird television.
It was. It really was.
With our reboots and our Code Lyokos.
Shh, don't bring up those big giant forehead kids here. I watched the first episode, went, you know what? I gave Escaflowne a pass. I can't give this one.
Yeah, you could play at least a full game of tic-tac-toe on those kids' foreheads.
You can. At least you could ski down the noses of the kids from Escaflowne. But I'm glad anime got out of that whole eyeballs like being so big they melt off the face thing.
Oh yeah,
that was a vibe in the what I saw. It started happening like 2008, 2009. The eyes kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Especially like the more romantic the anime, the bigger the eyes.
Clamp was the worst for it too. It was. So what anime do you wish you've never watched?
Like because I hated it, or
for any reason, just you wish you never watched it. You're like, I wasted my time.
Oh man.
Or this was just awful, or I can't believe I watched this. I feel so gross.
That's hard. Wow. I've dropped a few things, and sometimes I don't know, maybe I'm like subconsciously protecting myself from that experience, because I find myself fully like I have like a big old list of things I want to watch. I'll go on Crunchyroll and have like my watch list or whatever, and I will sit and stare at it paralyzed, not knowing what to do next. And is that me subconsciously like quality controlling? Because I think I've only really dropped a small handful of animes, and not even particularly because they were like bad, but because like I just wasn't getting anything out of it anymore.
That's fair. That's pretty common. I do like them so many episodes, and if it's not worth it, you just kind of just stop watching it thing.
Yeah. Oh man, something I straight up didn't like. Like, I don't know, there's a couple things that like Gundam Seed was just like lame, especially after watching a bunch of good Gundam, and then you watch Gundam Seed and it's a bunch of kids and you're just like whatever.
Child soldiers.
Yeah, I mean all Gundam is about child soldiers, but Seed was like childish, and whatever. School Days, wasn't School Days the one that was dubbed really badly?
Maybe. I don't know that one.
Yeah, I think like if you watch it in English versus Japanese, it's completely different because the dubs are fully wrong.
If you're talking about completely different, that could also be Ghost Stories.
Oh, maybe it is Ghost Stories.
Ghost Stories has 100% different. they decided that this plot for the Japanese was just way too boring and so they just went on a limb and did something completely different. We were just talking about that in my Discord the other day. I was just
Okay, yeah.
I can't fully back this one because there's some old dated humor in there, and while it's not 100% offensive, it's borderline offensive. It's not.
Yeah.
So I can't say, wow, this is a great anime, watch it, but I can say, if you watch it, take it in historical, that fact that there were some words that people just used that they didn't care as much about, or they joked about things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's definitely early 2000s humor.
Yeah. Oh my God. Such a okay. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna redefine anime as anything animated from anywhere in the world. And I'm gonna say the anime I wish I had never seen is gonna be Family Guy.
Oh man!
Or maybe like the Cleveland Show, because that one's even worse.
They're both pretty bad. They're both
pretty bad.
There's some good moments in each of them, but they're both pretty bad. They're both pretty bad.
Yeah. Oof.
Oof. I don't know, the first few episodes of Madoka Magica I wish I never watched, but other than that, it was okay.
Oh, man.
It was rough. Man. It was rough.
It's really rough.
I had a person, because I was live, like, reacting to it on Facebook, like, posting about it. Someone was like, I can't believe you hate it. And they, like, I didn't say I hated it. I just said, man, this makes me feel gross. It's dirty. Yeah. It's dirty. Mm-hmm. And they unfriended me and went on a hate raid about me.
Jeez.
Because that's their favorite anime.
Oh, come on, guys.
Early Family Guy wasn't bad, no. Cory in the House? Oh, man.
I can't unwatch the best anime, come on.
But are you into That's So Raven, or are you into Cory in the House? There's two teams here.
Can I say neither?
Same. I was already out of the house and out of high school when those guys were like really big. So I know about them. I never watched them.
Yeah, I've always had like younger siblings in my life in one way or another, so I've had plenty of exposure to some of that stuff, but never really been into it.
The manga was better. I was silently laughing at that one because I was like, oh gosh. All right, what anime do you wish more people would watch?
Oh my God, everybody watch Fully Cooley. There's only, well, I would say there's only 6 episodes, but now there's like the 2 new series and 2 more coming. Oh man. But other than Fully Cooley, there's so many cool, like artsy, fartsy, crazy anime that I feel like nobody has seen. Like Rolling Girls is just like a fever dream.
I like fever dreams.
Like Rolling Girls. Yozakura Quartet.
Haven't seen that one yet.
That one's hard to find. I need to look again, but like when I was watching it, I could only find these like really weird like videos of it in really weird resolution, so it was always like weird. It would be in like, instead of being like 480 or 720p or something like that, it was in like 560. So things would so like all the text would be blurry, but other things wouldn't be. It's just really bizarre. But yeah, just like cool artsy like animes that don't really like, they're not really supposed to go anywhere. They're not supposed to have like deep, enthralling stories. They're just about a bunch of characters who are all really interesting, and that's the point.
That's fair. I dig me some strange, weird animes, but I draw my line at the aesthetic is something I can't like. If it's got a really strange aesthetic, I can't get into it.
Oh, so something like Ping Pong or like Devilman Crybaby or something.
I don't know. I've seen clips from Devilman Crybaby. That wasn't bad. So the one I'm referring to, I started watching it. Wasn't bad. I found it on Amazon Prime. It's called Hell. It's a trigger, and it's just so sketchy and so like the proportions are really, really strange, and the plot's really, really strange. And I'm just like,
whoa!
Give it a look. It's up your alley. It's basically a high schooler just dies and goes to hell and is trying to go back to Earth. She doesn't believe she's dead, and she won't give in. And it's just so strange. And I can't, like, the plot is lacking.
Oh, okay. I feel it.
But, I mean, I fell asleep, and I could go back and finish it. I didn't hate it. I just had a hard time keeping up with it. Things like that.
Have you seen Tatami Galaxy?
Mm-mm.
I believe... Oh gosh, I couldn't even tell you who it was made by, but it's got like a really funky aesthetic. Not like a weird one, but like a very, like, it doesn't match sort of conventional anime. Like, you know, it was ripped straight from whatever artist's, you know, mind or manga. But it fits into this really enjoyable category, kind of like the Monogatari series, where it's a very like talky anime. And in fact, Tatami Galaxy has no action in it whatsoever, so you're not gonna get like fight scenes. But it's got this really enjoyable aspect of like two characters sitting in a room, like having really fast conversations with each other. But like the cuts and the camera angles and the way they frame everything, it just makes it this experience.
I like experiences. I'll have to give it a look. I'll have to hunt it down.
Yeah, it's quite good.
So then, what anime would you recommend to somebody who's never watched an anime before?
Oh man, I want to say Gurren Lagann, because it would like it's a bit of an overdose, I feel like, but I feel like it gives you all of the best parts of anime. Like, it's really, the animation is fantastic, it's over the top, you know, and so you can always like go a little bit over the line and then pull back and be like, okay, well that was a little crazy, do you have anything a little like more down to earth? And you'd be like, yeah, sure. But you know, it's just got that like ganbate spirit, you know, it's cool and super shonen, and it's amazing. It's got robots, you know, people, you know, anime is such a robot category.
It is. So then, this is a 3-part question. What's your fave magical girl? What's your fave shonen? And what's your fave mech?
Oh, man. Oh, no.
They get their own categories, because we all know that you can't really compare them all to each other.
You really can't.
There is crossover.
True. So much. I think fave mech, I'd have to say Gurren Lagann still. Yeah, honestly, nothing beats it. There's a lot of good stuff out there, but nothing beats it.
That's why I said mech and not Gundam, because like Gundam is still mech, despite what everyone tries to say.
Yeah. It's got a lot of other things, but it's a mech. It's a mecha series.
It's definitely a mecha series. But shonen?
Oh man, shonen. Okay, if I can say only the manga and not the anime, even though the anime has some really good redeeming qualities, but the manga,
that's fine.
I would say Naruto.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? That's another one I've never watched that I know quite a lot about.
Yeah, I feel like it's hard not to know a lot about it nowadays.
It's true.
But it was just so good. Like the art, the characters, even the story was pretty awesome. Like it gets a lot of flack for being itself and for the reputation it sort of built. But like it's just awesome. It's just like great, you know, like, you know, because shonens are about a big ass cast of people who all have like their own special talent, and they fight for reasons.
For reasons.
And Naruto did that. Like, Bleach is a close second, but Bleach's story, you know, well, every new arc of Bleach is the same thing.
I know.
So
you only have to watch.
Sort of gets disqualified.
I watched the first arc. We're good.
I
watched the first arc of Naruto too.
Yeah, I mean,
I know who Zabuza is, and that's it.
Man, Zabuza's a real winner.
With the cowboy print pants.
Yeah.
He's a real cowboy, that guy.
Oh.
But what about Magical Girl?
That one's really stumping me because there are so many good ones.
Watch, you're just gonna say Kill a Kill. It is a Magical Girl anime.
Oh, and that makes it so much harder because that's the easy choice.
It's the deconstruction of a Magical Girl anime, but it is still a Magical Girl anime.
Yeah, it's got transformation sequences, and that's all it requires.
And then of course there's also the other one, what is it, I can't remember the name. What do you call it when something's like, it looks in and it's like not deconstructing, but it's like showing you all the parts.
Like a sub
Same thing with My Hero, where it's condensed down to a perfect shonen. Madoka Magica is a condensed down perfect Magical Girl anime because it shows you all the flaws and all the things that make it good.
Yeah. Kill a Kill is the easy answer, and a part of me will definitely think that, but I think just to give you something more different, I would probably say Yurikuma Arashi.
Ooh, I haven't heard of that one.
It's another one of those weird ones where it more people need to watch it just because of how strange it is.
See, I like strange.
Yeah. So basically, right, it's about like human society has built walls around itself to keep out bears. And the story is about a couple of bears who sneak in to like a human city. They cross the walls, but they become magical girls to like blend in so that they're not just bears. Like they become magical girls.
Gotcha. Commentary. It's a commentary. That's what that's the word that came to me.
Yeah. And so like it has transformation sequences where the girls have like bear themed magical girl tutus, and it's got like tall yaoi like Ace Attorney court case scenes like every few episodes. It's got weird jump cuts. It's bonkers, and it's just so good.
All right, so you said like 3 key words for me, so I'm in. All right, motherfucker, I'm in. All right, so those were all my questions. You answered all, but we're gonna do the would you rather section.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather be famous on the internet or be famous in real life?
On the internet. I don't want anyone to know me.
Would you rather have to speak in rhyme for the rest of your life or speak in riddles for the rest of your life?
Oh man. That's such a hard one. Riddle me this, Batman. If you put the oven on when you eat the food.
I have no clue what you're trying to say, but let's do it.
I think riddles. I feel like rhymes just make me irrationally upset.
They make you irrationally upset?
Yeah, like they're not bad, but I'm just like stop rhyming, please.
Did you consider the alternative? Puns.
Slant rhymes?
No.
Oh.
Speak with puns for the rest of your life.
Oh no. I can't. I'd have to be put in prison forever. Like I couldn't do it. For everyone else's safety. Put me away, please.
Put you away? I can't. You can't get me started on puns because then I can't stop and then I'm everybody's enemy.
Yeah, like, well, I mean, I guess speaking in puns, no, because I was gonna say speaking in puns is really great for the villain arc. But like so is riddles. So.
All right. Well, I think maybe speaking in riddle won't be as bad. You just be kind of that weird person for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I mean, speaking in rhymes is probably better because people could understand what you're trying to communicate. But, you know, speaking in riddles is just cooler. So I'll take the cool card.
Take the cool card. Would you
Yeah.
rather be reincarnated as a sea creature or as an airborne creature?
Oh, that's easy. The greatest animal to ever exist in all of the universe is the octopus. So go ahead and let me be one of those.
For the rest of your life, living in coconut shells.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they get
Just
harder
like
now.
transforming.
They're going to get harder and they're going to get weirder.
Ooh, all right.
Would you rather never have a life without air conditioning or never be able to use deodorant? Forsake air conditioning. Always have air conditioning, but you'll never have deodorant. Or always have deodorant, but you'll never have air conditioning.
Oh, that's rough. It's gotta be. I need air conditioning. I live in the desert and I cannot handle heat. And you know, I can't understate how much of a torture that truly is.
It truly is. There's ways around being stinky. Just be stinky.
Yeah, you could just be mildly stinky, take more showers.
Just take more showers. All
You
right.
know.
So, would you rather be trapped in a romantic comedy with your enemies or trapped in a horror movie with your friends?
Oh. So last night we had the discussion about how bad I am at handling horror. Because I was playing Bloodborne PSX, and like there are just a couple of horror elements, and I was like shaken. I was shaken like fully to my core, you know, for my whole audience. I can't handle scary things.
All right. So, future Dead by Daylight collab is off the rack.
Oh my god, please no.
You know what? I don't do well with horror either anymore. But Dead by Daylight is just hide and seek with a serial killer.
Right. It's
not
less
so
of a
bad.
horror game and more of a, you know, more of a party game.
You know, I'm gonna get killed, but it's not like super scary. I see it coming.
Yeah. But I also like, I don't know, can I say rom-com but it's also like a rom-com with robots.
No one said there couldn't be robots.
Yeah, if it's a rom-com with any other genre tacked onto it, then let's go with that one.
All
You know,
right.
but if it's just like, you know, if it's just like an Ashton Kutcher Mila Kunis movie, then you know, like, gosh, is the horror better at that point?
No, you'll just be stuck in G Gundam for the rest of your life.
I'll take G Gundam.
That is a rom-com and with robots.
Oh my god, it is! It's the perfect genre combination.
It's a perfect genre combination, is right. All right, so would you rather poop in the only toilet at a party knowing that you'll clog it, or poop in the bushes behind the house in the backyard?
Do I get TP in both situations? Like, can I take... Do I have like a...
No one says you can't.
Okay.
So, that's your options.
Gosh.
I told you, they get a little stranger.
Okay. Maybe... God, man, both of them really have... You know, this question has layers. It's like an ogre.
It is, and an ogre would make the right choice.
Yeah. I want to say I'd poop in the toilet and then I'd leave.
That's fair. No one said you had to stay.
Yeah.
You just, now everybody knows you clogged the toilet. You'll
Yeah.
you just, new friends. Just go to the store, get new ones.
Yeah. I just disowned all of my friends, but I would like a couple of new ones, please.
It's not your house, not your problem.
Exactly, yeah. I don't know whose house this is.
It's just at a party. It didn't say your house or not, so we'll give it that. I don't know. I think I just go in the bushes.
I mean, it's not a bad option. So back when I was a much heavier drinker, there was one party that I went to, and again, I live in the desert, so this particular house was like a desert house. Like, there were no roads connecting it to anything. And I remember that being one of the like most blackout like parties I've ever gone to. But I do remember towards the end of the night having to hurl. I ran out into the desert, and like at the edge of their property, they had like this rickety wooden fence, and I leaned over the fence to like hurl outside of their property.
You just hurled on the fence.
Well, no, I broke the fence and almost fell over. And then I like stood up, collected myself, moved over 4 feet, and then leaned on the fence again and kept going.
Hey, you know, puking in sand's not so bad.
It's not. Yeah, it was fine. I mean, and you know, I kept it away from the house. That's how you do it.
Yeah, it's better than what I did. I just puked in somebody's sink and then went home.
That's the one thing I've always been fairly good at. Like, I mean, for one, I generally don't get super, super drunk because I end up being like mom for the night, for everybody else. But generally, no matter how far I get, I'm always like just enough aware to be able to like puke in the right place. I've like never puked on the floor, on the side of the toilet, you know, on the sink, on somebody's lap, like nothing terrible like that. I've always kept it, been like, I feel it coming, I start sprinting.
You see, I wasn't actually drunk. I just ate too much candy and pop and soda and all pizza and junk. And so that's what came out. So I was down there, I was like, well, this kid's mom's gonna hate me. I couldn't get into the bathroom because someone else was there, you know.
Oh, yeah. So it's their fault, really.
It's their fault. And they had it was the side with the garbage disposal, so we're good.
Oh yeah, that just makes it easier for them. That was foresight.
It happens. All right. So, the last one this is the hardest one. You ready?
Oh no. Yeah.
Would you rather hear everyone's horny thoughts about you or see everyone's perspective on you?
Oh, you know what? I think the first one, and here are a few reasons why.
Give it to me.
One, I already feel like I hear most of them anyway. Yeah, the first one is just my chat. So it's only that, but amplified. And like, I'm already so socially anxious. If I hear what people are thinking about me, like just as a person, oh my god, I wouldn't be able to leave ever.
You know, some people don't want to hear horny thoughts. So like, just knowing how people view you is enough. Like seeing it, like actually seeing their perspective, like seeing how you look to them that day and all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think horny thoughts would be that bad. I mean,
I don't think it would be terrible, and you know, like, I also don't care about the horny thoughts, so I can sort of like let them roll off, you know. Like, it would be like, yeah, I'm wearing, you know, what? Dang it! I was thinking of a really cool Incubus lyric about water rolling off, but it's not paper, because paper.
Is it rolling off a duck's back?
I guess that's probably it. It's because I think it's about feathers.
I mean, like, I know that quote from RuPaul's Drag Race.
That's
water off a duck's back.
Water off it. That feels like where you would hear that.
Incubus, oh my gosh. I had a friend who was obsessed with that band.
I love them so much. I haven't checked to see if they have any new stuff, but
I have
bit of an obsessive.
I have nothing against them. I just think of that friend and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What am I, 13 again?
I feel it. My friend's mom introduced me to them because she was like, you would like them, and then showed me their album that's like super anti-establishment and like free thinking, like anarchist music. And you know, she saw it in me as, you know, as a small teenager. She was like, yeah, this is gonna be you.
Noise. Hey, shoot me over a dodo code on Animal Crossing. And
Oh, yes.
we'll roll over to your house, Sienta.
My house. Here, let me turn it on.
See, I told everybody we were going to your house. All this driving, and there was
no lie. It was exactly where we were going.
I tell people I don't lie. I never lie. I don't even lie about when I'm cheating. I'm gonna do it anyways. But I'll take you where I promise you.
Dodo code. Dodo code.
Oh, we're still in the desert background on the drive too.
It's okay. It's appropriate.
We got some city, some country, some desert. All the places.
I want visitors.
Let me in, let me in. Not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin.
Look, we just connected to the old internet.
The old internet. What happened to the new internet?
We don't go there anymore. It's been taken over.
All right, so I just picked up my phone so I can get the Discord notification when you get the code, and I have a Facebook notification for an app that says read rom-coms now. Thanks for listening in. That's exactly what I want. It's the let in everybody option.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, invite anyone. Yes.
Yes.
Your dodo code this time says dodo code out loud.
And you'll get everybody.
Yeah.
Party!
Everyone turns on.
Everyone rushes to get on Animal Crossing right away. Well, thank you for dropping my own controller, and now I have to retype all that in.
No.
I was on the correct screen and everything. Stupid little nunchuckers.
I still use the little like controller that you can slot the dudes into.
I have mine on the desk in front of me. Why don't I do that? Here, you can ASMR. All right, I'm loading it up, connected to the internet. I was all ready. Only I drop shit.
Still have to deal with the like checking if you can play this software, because my like primary device is registered on somebody else's, and I don't know who.
Weird. I could teach you how to restart it, but you'd lose everything.
Yeah, there are only a couple. I mean, I could just make a couple, send a couple of messages and be like, "Hey, can you please give me my Switch back?"
Did I read that number wrong? I did. Instead of a
did you?
I put a U instead of a J.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you flip over all the numbers?
I am severely dyslexic, yes.
It happens.
But no, that's because I have it on my phone and I was looking at it.
Oh.
And I'm like, come on, come on, come on. Type it in. Going too fast. Number too small. I'll get it. VTubers spend 1 hour trying to log into Animal Crossing. Thanks, false ID. So I have a friend who comes in here every so often when I say, hey, let's raid somebody. Let's raid small VTubers. And he always gives me somebody who's really big. And he recommended False ID, which is the news network VTuber.
News network VTuber? Wow.
Yes. He's pretty interesting. He's kind of got like a robot and stuff. And he like does all like the news on VTuber stuff. And has relatively accurate sources for what it is.
I hope I never end up on a news network.
It's usually good things, but like if there's drama, he'll break down where the drama came from and what happened.
Oh, wow.
Most of the time it's like, so-and-so hit 1 million!
Oh, that's fun.
Or Iron Mouse now has the most subscribers on Twitch after her subathon.
Ding, ding, ding. Hell yeah. That's cool.
So it's 90% that kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, that's fully enjoyable.